Namaskaram. So just finished 108 cycles of Surya Shakti. And just realized that it's been over 42 days. And so I've crossed a mandala of doing this every day. So last 42 days it has been non-stop without a single day's break as well. And seeing how I can continue doing this. So when I just look back and I see it is something which is unbelievable for me, because just a few years back, I wouldn't even imagine that something like this would be possible for me, where I could do 108 continuously for more than 40 days. And even thinking of doing it itself was something which was overwhelming. But as I was sharing earlier, just taking small steps, incremental steps, and going at it step by step made a huge difference. And I just want to share my experience, how it has been the last 40 days. So initially, when I started, as I was sharing, it was quite difficult, and it took me a few weeks to kind of get stabilized. And I just increased incrementally so that it's not something which is really taxing on my body. And once I reached 108, so then I just saw that how I could keep it up every day. And for the first week or so, I still felt that it was a lot of effort and to make it happen. But after I crossed the first week, it felt like, now it has become something which is a part of my system, and I didn't have to put much effort, and it was just happening effortlessly. So whether it's Ekadashi or any other day, if I'm having a program, we just finished a program, a 21 days program. So in spite of all of these things outside schedules, still it has been happening continuously without a single day's break. So it really feels good to keep up that commitment. And when I see what has happened over the last 40 days, it has been a tremendous change. I've seen that my energy levels have increased tremendously. I feel that in terms of how I was earlier and how I am right now, it has been a huge difference. Something which I had not noticed in the last so many years of doing sadhana. It has just happened in the last 2 months or so of just being doing Surya Shaktis and scaling it up and trying to do it on a regular basis. So in terms of physical fitness, it has really helped a lot. And also in terms of my sleep quota, it has decreased. It has definitely made a big difference in terms of sleep quota. And one more thing is, what I've noticed is that when I'm doing my other practices, whether it's Shakti Chalana Kriya or other practices which are more subtle practices, it has made a difference. At least the preparation part, like doing Surya Shaktis before and then doing that, it has made a difference in the intensity of the practices. It has also rubbed off in so many areas of my life where I was feeling that there was so much resistance in doing it. And whenever there was some physical activity where felt a little bit of resistance in doing it, now I feel that I'm able to take up any activity, and there's not much resistance in terms of whether doing it. So in terms of implementation or action in whatever else I'm doing in life, that is also something which has smoothened out so much, because physical was a big limitation for me, and I never wanted to stretch myself much physically. So it has made a big difference. And I just hope that I can continue keeping this up. And in terms of timing also, I was able to reduce it significantly. Initially when I started, I was doing 40 I was doing about 108 cycles in 54 minutes, 55 minutes. So roughly I was taking about half a minute per cycle. So currently I've been able to bring it down to almost 45 minutes for 108 cycles. Only if, sometimes if I feel I have physically exerted myself a lot, or if there is some in terms of change in my schedule, etc., then maybe I take a little longer time. But otherwise, most of the times, I'm able to finish in about 45 to 48 minutes. So I've been able to bring down the time as well. So I just want to see how I can continue this, and also I want to see how I can intensify my physical sadhana even more. I'll probably see what more I can add, so that this goes on increasing. Sadhguru keeps saying that you should keep working every day to increase your capacity, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, competence wise, energetically. So on a daily basis we need to keep working on that. So this has been a starting point for me, and I feel that I should continue doing this and seeing how I can increase terms of my physical capability, because the body is like this, that the more you keep on stretching it, you will see that it can go further and further. And this is something which you can just explore it to its limits. So I just want to see how I can do that, and hopefully, I was just waiting to complete a mandala before I could see if I could inspire other people as well to take up this, and hopefully we should be able to design some program as well where we can encourage people, we can support people to do more Surya Shaktis, and even probably try and reach 108. So there is something which I'm thinking of. Let's see if I can do it sometime in after Mahashivratri or later, where I can design a program where people can be taken step by step in this direction. So look forward for more to come, and thank you all. Namaskaram.
Sun is happy after 108 Surya Shakti, yeah?
Sun is smiling.
Okay.